What is happening, folks? I'm really hoping that this works out. Um, I'm on hotel Wi Fi. So, we all know if you've ever been on hotel Wi Fi before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So, welcome into the live stream, Tuesday, September 16th. Um, Wait for some people to hop in here. If you're watching the replays on any platform, feel free to fast forward. You probably just don't want to watch me sit here. See if we can get some people in. We've been growing exponentially on Facebook, like growing like crazy. But today, Facebook has decided to throttle us down a little bit, which it is what it is, right? It's their sandbox. We play in it. And that's all there is to it. We can't really do anything about that. If somebody in the chat, could let me know if the signal's good, I would really appreciate it. Brady over on Instagram, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Ethos, appreciate that. Welcome in. Rest in peace, Charlie, says Andy. Absolutely. Taffy, good evening from Edmonton. Good evening to you. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. You guys are good. Awesome. Perfect. I appreciate you guys for letting me know that. Antoinette, connection's good. David, connection's good. Awesome, guys. Really appreciate it. So I want to talk about a couple things. We're going to talk about a little bit more on Charlie Kirk's assassin, and then we're going to move into some Canadian politics. What's up, Lisa? Welcome in. That's kind of what I want to do, because we've been through a lot, right? We've been through a lot this week as conservative-minded individuals, and then as society in general, we've been through a lot. And it's been an up and down roller coaster of emotions, and I still can't go back, or I still can't fathom, the fact that Charlie Kirk was shot for his political beliefs and opinion. That's what it boils down to. He was shot for his political beliefs and opinion. And the day after it happened, the left went crazy, right? From people saying absolutely ridiculous, disgusting things online, for them trying to twist the narrative. I spent a whole day of repeat after repeat after repeat comment, right? Of them saying, he was a Republican, your own side did this, your own side did that. Well, where are those folks today? That's what I would like to know. Where are they today? Because they're not here. They're not here, and they're not talking, right? Because they knew they were wrong back then, and they're absolutely wrong today. So today, the media released transcripts of text messages, and I just pulled it off of Instagram. I screenshotted it and I brought it in here, and I want to pull it up for you guys, and I want to read it for you guys. So we're going to start here, okay? So police interviewed Robinson's roommate, a biological male who was involved in a romantic relationship with Robinson. The roommate told police that the roommate received messages from Robinson about the shooting and provided those messages to police. On September 10, 2025, the roommate received a text message from Robinson which said, "Drop what you are doing, look under my keyboard." The roommate looked under the keyboard and found a note that stated, "I had the opportunity to take out Charlie Kirk, and I'm going to take it." Police found the photograph of this note. The following text exchange then took place. Remember, they say biological male. The roommate is in transition, is a tranny, okay? After reading the note, the roommate responded, "What? You're joking, right?" Robinson. So it'll be an exchange between Robinson and roommate, okay? So Robinson, "I'm still okay, my love, but I'm stuck in OREM for a little while longer yet. Shouldn't be long until I can come home, but I got to grab my rifle still. To be honest, I had hoped to keep this a secret till I died of old age. I am sorry to involve you." Roommate, "You weren't the one who did it, right?" Robinson, I am. I'm sorry. Roommate, I thought they caught the person. Robinson, no. They grabbed some crazy old dude and interrogated someone in similar clothing. I planned to grab my rifle from the drop point shortly after, but most of that side of town got locked down. It's quiet, almost enough to get out, but there's one vehicle lingering. Roommate, why? Robinson, why did I do it? Roommate, yeah. Robinson, I had enough of his hatred. Some hate can't be negotiated out. If I am able to grab my rifle unseen, I will have left no evidence. Going to attempt to retrieve it again. Hopefully, they have moved on. I haven't seen anything about them finding it. Roommate, how long have you been planning this? Robinson, a bit over a week. I can get close to it, but there's a squad car parked right by it. I think they already swept that spot, but I don't want to chance it. Robinson, I'm wishing I had circled back and grabbed it as soon as I got in my vehicle. I'm worried what my old man would do if I didn't bring back Grandpa's rifle. I don't know if it has a serial number, but it wouldn't trace to me. And then it's covered up because of the thing. They didn't have the ability to time to bring it with. I might have to abandon it and hopefully don't find prints. How the fuck will I explain to losing it to my old man? So that's just a little bit, right? That's just a little that's just a little bit. But I have more, guys. I have more. There's more to the transcripts here. But here's what you're seeing, right? They're saying that so for a day straight, remember, a day straight, they were saying that our own side did this. And none of us believed them. Let's be honest. We know conservative minded individuals would not take out Charlie Kirk. We love Charlie Kirk. And going back to it, conservatives don't shoot people for freedom of speech or differences of opinion. The left does that. That's what they do. So we're going to move on to the next one. Only thing I left was the rifle wrapped in a towel. Remember how I was engraving bullets? The fucking messages are mostly a big meme. If I see notices bulge UWU on Fox News, I might have a stroke. All right, I'm going to have to leave it. That really fucking sucks. Judging from today, I'd say Grandpa's gun does just fine. I don't know. I think that was a $2,000 scope. This guy's fucked. Robinson, delete this exchange. Robinson, my dad wants photos of the rifle. He says Grandpa wants to know who has what. The feds released a photo of the rifle and it is very unique. He's calling me right now, not answering. Robinson, since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty die-hard MAGA. I'm going to say this again for the people in the back, for you sick fucks that tried to blame this on our side because you guys can't be accountable to fuck all. And I'm sorry for my language, guys. Maybe I'm not, actually. You know what? Life's hard. Wear a helmet. For you sick fucks that tried to blame our side because you avoid accountability and all you do is manipulate the narrative. You're evil. We want nothing to do with you. We will expose you. We will continue to expose you. We're done with your shit. I'm going to say this again. Since Trump got into office, my dad has been pretty die-hard MAGA. You guys are sick. Absolutely sick to try to manipulate and gaslight people and try to control a narrative when you knew damn well that this was going to turn out to be somebody from your fucking radicalized side. You guys are fucking disgusting. And I'm getting a little pissed off. I am, because I dealt with this for 24 hours of this garbage spewed all over my feeds and they couldn't back anything up. And I said, you know what? In a couple of days, we're going to know the truth. And here it is. We're reading the truth to you right now. I'm going to turn myself in willingly. One of my neighbors here is a deputy for the sheriff. Robinson, again, you are all I worry about, love. Roommate, I'm much more worried about you. Robinson, don't talk to the media, please. Don't take any interviews or make any comments. If any police ask you any questions, ask for a lawyer and stay silent. Like, how sick is this? How absolutely disgusting is this? It's insane. It's insane. And a man is dead. A man is dead, shot in front of his family. And this kid did it because he didn't like his opinion. The hate. And you know what I blame? I blame left-wing news media organizations and left-wing influencers. That's who I blame. They're the ones that call us the fascists over and over and over again. These people can't even fucking define fascism, because what they're cheering right now is what fascists do. These people want less speech. They want speech to be silenced. That's what fascism is. They want people to not have speech. It is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. If you guys are over on Facebook right now, go hit up Berta Proud Mom's new account. Make sure you look it up. Go grab it. We're trying to grow her following because TikTok is junk. That was the only social media she had, was TikTok. And I told her, you got to expand to other platforms, dear. You got to go to other platforms because TikTok is full of, it's a cesspool. It's a cesspool. There you go. Ryan Lowe, if you're the Ryan waiting on the flag, I just shipped it. Nice. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Like, were you guys not seeing the comments all over social media of the left gaslighting and manipulating and literally blaming our side for it because his parents are Republicans? Because I seen it. I absolutely seen it. It was absolutely disgusting to watch. And yes, Berta Proud Mom is on Instagram. I just want to say, everybody on Instagram, we got 31 people over on Instagram watching us. You guys are awesome. 201 over on the other platforms between X, YouTube, and Facebook. We appreciate you guys. Megan says, thank you for getting that transcript and sharing. It's so unbelievable and surreal that he was assassinated. It is, Megan. It absolutely is. It's insane the way they're trying to deflect. But this is what they do every single time, right? Like, this is what they do every single time. They try to twist the narrative into, oh, my thing's green. Look at that. I just noticed this. That's pretty cool, eh? They try to do this every time. They twist the narrative. They don't want, I was just reading a comment, sorry. They don't want accountability for their actions. And why people still believe these people, I don't think you guys do. 35,000, was it 35,000 new chapter requests for Turning Point USA? And Turning Point Canada, I've had multiple people reach out to me and say, you need to be the spokesperson for Turning Point Canada. You need to get behind Turning Point Canada. And my response has been the same to all of them. If Turning Point USA wants a Turning Point Canada and they reach out to me, then I will do something with it. But I am not going to do a Turning Point Canada on my own without the blessing of Turning Point USA. It's that simple, and it's that cut and dry. Anybody else trying to do something without Turning Point USA's blessing is copying Turning Point USA, and I will not support it. Sorry. That's just the way I feel. And hopefully you guys can respect that. But I think to honor Charlie Kirk would be partnering up with Turning Point USA and making sure that Turning Point Canada was an offshoot of Turning Point USA instead of people just copying. Just like I had people come to me and tell me that I need to make Turning Point Canada shirts. Not a chance would I ever steal somebody's idea. People have stolen my ideas. I see it in my comments all the time. Right? I see it in my comments all the time. They're like, I can just go to my printer and he'll print it for cheaper. Do it. But then you got to walk around with my stolen images on you and act like you have integrity. So yes, the only way I will work with Turning Point Canada is if it's blessed by Turning Point USA. And I don't think you guys can fault me for that one bit. And if you do, it's your choice. But Your mugs are done and will be shipped out in the early AM. My guy who makes my mugs just sent me a video of them. Nice. Great decision. Yeah. Yep. Do it right off the hop. So I just wanted to bring that stuff to light with you guys when it came down to Charlie Kirk. Secondly, I have some bad news, I guess I can call it. So as many of you guys know, I own a construction company. I'm currently out of town for work. I was supposed to go home Friday. I wasn't going to tell any of you that I was going to go to Arizona for the funeral of Charlie Kirk. I registered for the tickets, had all that lined up, and then this job has been extended, and I got to be here next week as well. So I'm not going to be able to make the funeral. I wasn't going to tell you guys. I was just going to show up in Arizona. I really, really wanted to be able to do that for you. I tried to make other arrangements and other plans, and it didn't work out. So I do apologize in advance for you guys, but I do have a company I have to run and a company that has to keep running. And to be honest with you, Charlie would say, keep working. I honestly believe that, right? I can remember Charlie in my own way, and I will always remember him in my own way. I really, really did want to be there though. And it's unfortunate that I'm not going to get the chance to be there. Just trying to look on Instagram for. Oh, somebody said, "Hey, I heard you're from Hinton." Yes, I grew up in Hinton. I did. So we're not ever going to stop talking about free speech. We're not ever going to stop talking about freedom of expression. And people need to understand at this point there's a difference between good and evil. And a lot of people this past week definitely showed the difference between good and evil. If you have any of those evil people in your life and you're choosing to keep them around because they're your brother, your sister, your friends, your family, your boss, your employer, you're just as complicit. Because in the war between good and evil, you must pick a side. And you cannot be somewhat on this side and somewhat on that side. And I'm picking the side of good. I'm picking the side of God. I'm picking the side of and I didn't have to erase anybody from my family or anybody from my close circle over any of this because I believe I have an established base in people that respect opinion and respect values. But when you come out and instigate hate and make people feel unsafe by saying that the assassination of Charlie Kirk was justified, you're a piece of shit and you deserve to be called out. So every journalist, every news organization, every single celebrity who cheered and influencer, you're a piece of shit. And as those names get sent into me, I'm going to continue to call you out. Just yesterday, a person tried accusing me of doxing people. And I said, what are you talking about doxing? Doxing would be if I posted somebody's address and I wanted people to go harm them. Okay. No, I just put their names and faces. And if I have their employer or what they do, I definitely tell you 100%. Because actions have consequences. And when you are glorifying the killing of somebody for free speech, you deserve every consequence that comes your way. Because I can tell you one thing. Here's a perfect example. If Justin Trudeau were to pass away tomorrow, you would not ever, ever see a video from BertaProudDad cheering. Even the people that said, I didn't agree with his policies and he disagreed with this, so you know what? C'est la vie. Even something like that, you would never see a video. I would say thoughts and prayers are with Justin Trudeau and his family at this difficult time. And I would actually mean it. That's the difference. Because on our side, we might absolutely hate the stuff that you've done. We might despise you as a person, but we don't want your family to hurt or you to pass away. Think about that. Think about that. Yes, we cannot like you, but we're never going to wish ill upon you in the sense of you die. And we're definitely not going to put a video out there and cheer it. I saw hundreds of videos. It was disgusting to watch. So, you lefties out there, every single thing you're getting, you deserve. You deserve. If you walk into your employer because your employer saw a video of mine where I exposed you and you get fired, good, good. Maybe learn your lesson. Learn your fucking lesson. And they're all claiming victim. Have you seen the videos of the people losing their jobs? What am I going to do now? I don't really give a fuck what you're going to do. Maybe the first thing you should do is go home, sit at your little table, put your heads down, reflect. Maybe ask God for forgiveness. Maybe write down a gratitude list. Maybe write down things that, you could change in your life. And start rebuilding your resume and learn from your mistakes. Maybe you should do that. Proud Mom. I've had comments that if the shoe were on the other foot, conservatives would do it. Nope. No, we don't do that, right? Proud Mom? We don't. There's not a person in this room. There's probably a lot of you in this room probably agree with me that we would never, if something happened to somebody we can't stand on the other side, that we would never make a video ever cheering that on. I don't think we would. I honestly don't think we would do that. I honestly don't think we would do that. But again, that's the same left, right? That's the same left who came out and said it was our side that did do this, that tried to gaslight us into it. It's the same left that manipulates every single conversation. These people are insane. These people are absolutely insane. They don't believe in the nuclear family. They don't believe in God. They don't believe in faith. They don't have a moral compass. They don't believe in the 10 Commandments. They believe in lying. They believe in manipulating. They believe in sadistic things. They believe in evil. They think it's awesome when you shoot somebody for free speech. They're garbage humans. They are literally garbage humans. And if they died, I still wouldn't make a video cheering it on. Imagine that. Imagine that. Could have something to do with being a conservative, and a faith-based person. That's bad karma if you do that, first and foremost. And it's just being a shitty human. It's unreal. And then you had your typical leftards like Rachel Gilmore, who came out right after it. She knew what she was doing. Rachel Gilmore is one of those. She is absolutely. You guys know who Rachel Gilmore is? Anyway, who cares? She's absolutely addicted to views and likes. That lady wins for internet drama. Like she lives for that shit. She is for Twitter wins, Twitter likes, fucking views. She lives for that shit. So she sets herself up for it. So what she did right after Charlie Kirk assassination to garner reaction, got what she wanted from Andrew Scheer, got that reaction, locked her account down, came out, claimed victim, and she's still this fucking day is claiming victim. They're calling for Andrew Scheer's resignation because she can't handle her fucking feelings. And if something bad happened to Rachel Gilmore, I still wouldn't make a video cheering it. I would feel really, really bad for her, and I would have compassion, and I would pray for her. And I can't fucking stand her. Another perfect example of how being a conservative actually fucking means you have a little ounce of decency in your humanity in your life. And I can't stand her because once you start reading, once you've seen Rachel Gilmore through a bunch of these things, she always takes an opportunity in a news headline to attack somebody involved. And then when she gets that reaction, She turns it around on them and then claims victim to it. This is what she does to get followers and likes. It's fucking gross to watch. What are your thoughts on this Milo person? I've never heard of him until 2 days ago. I've been working for 2 days. I'm out of town right now, and I have no clue who Milo is. Can somebody tell me who Milo is? No clue who that is. Antoinette, the ones crying that they lost their job for posting and that their right to speech is not respected. You cheer for the death of a man because you didn't like what he said. Snowflake lost a job. Charlie lost his life. Exactly. Well said. Well said. Let's do this one. What drives me crazy, they don't like guns and they use. How fucked up is that? Yeah, exactly. Conservatives don't display ugly anger. You're right. We get angry. I think we're human, right? We're human. We all get angry. And the thing is how we channel that anger. There's lots of people, Rachel Gilmore being one of them, that I can't stand her opinion. I think her opinion is fucking gross. I think she manipulates every conversation. I think she talks shit to people in order to garner a reaction. But as a content creator, I know why she does it. She's doing it because that's all she has. She doesn't have any content. She's a piss poor journalist. She sucks at her job. She's been fired, and the only way to stay relevant is to stay in the drama. And I'm better at this content creation thing than her. Do you want to know why? Because I don't have to get involved in shitty ass drama in order to get a following. She might have more followers than me, but guess what? If I were to get involved and gaslight people and manipulate people and fucking dang it, people to feel sorry for me, I'd have a fucking shit ton of followers, because for some reason, when you pull at the heartstrings of people, especially easily manipulated people, my following would want to do that. That's not that you have no integrity if you do that. I always tell people this. This is me as a content creator in a nutshell, okay? I don't care about the amount of followers I have because of one thing. I started making videos with a camcorder at 8 years old, and the only people that followed me and watched me, because there was no social media, was my mom and my dad. They were the only people. I had 2 people watching my videos with the camcorder when I was at home making videos. My following was 2 people for many, many fucking years, because I didn't do it for the followers back then. I did it just to make the content, and here I still am. You're real. That's the difference. And BertaProudDad Mom will tell you, what you see right here is what you get in real life. It says he's coming out of retirement. Who's coming out of retirement? Apparently, this Milo is very bold compared to Charlie. Charlie times 10. He doesn't back down. A conservative, but I'd seen him. If it's the same Milo I'm thinking of, I haven't seen that guy forever. Stand by. Stand by, please. Where did he come out and say this? Milo Yiannopoulos? Oh, yeah. Announced on X last week that he plans to unretire. I wondered where that guy went. Yeah, I know exactly who that guy is. He was fucking crazy. Be good to see him back. This is why I love to tune in and hear what you have to say. You're great what you do. Thank you, Nadine. Appreciate that. Yes, if you find Milo Yiannopoulos on his channels, I remember watching him years and years and years ago. Like a long time ago. Okay. So we talked about that. We've exposed the left. We've proven that the left manipulates and gaslights, and we don't want really anything to do with them, right? So we're there. We've done this. Now I want to talk about Mark Carney. I want to talk about his $13 billion plan to build 4,000 affordable homes, which equals out to be $3 million per home. Anybody want to do the math on that? and fact check it because it's true. I'm going to say that again for you, okay? $13 billion for affordable homes, for 4,000 homes. This is how dumb he thinks Canadians are. The average Canadian is not going to go past that. Like, oh, look, Mark Carney's building homes. This is fucking awesome. That's $3 million a house that taxpayers are paying for. Do you guys not see what's wrong with that? I'm really hoping that you guys see what's wrong with that. Yeah. Elbows up. Here's the thing. Who do you think gets rich off that? Developers. Developers get rich off that. Right? That's the thing. I'd like an affordable home. Yeah. What about the taxpayers? Right? What about the taxpayers that are paying for it that can barely afford their homes? In fact, I know a guy who's worked hard his whole life. His whole life fell down, got down on his luck. He's losing his home right now. The guy hasn't done anything wrong. He just had some stuff happen and he had to catch up. He's going to lose his home, but apparently the government can go out and build $3 million homes for who? Wonder who's getting these 4,000 homes. Okay? Wonder who's getting those. This is the thing. We need to start asking the tough questions. Mark Carney, how is it 4,000 homes, and why are you spending $3 million per home? Where are you building these fucking homes? It doesn't make any sense. So there's that. Krista Freeland comes out. She's quitting. She's going to stay on as an MP, but she doesn't want to go be in cabinet anymore. So she's a failure because she sees the writing on the wall. She figures if she resigns now, because you guys do know we're going to an election, right? Like, a lot of people are saying wait till November, we might have a confidence vote and the government will fall. I don't think it's going to happen. I think it's not going to happen until spring. But it all depends what happens. Mark Carney has done nothing. Mark Carney's running without a budget. And Mark Carney's about ready to add $500 billion to the national debt. $500 billion to the national debt. Justin Trudeau added $750 billion over 10 years. And Mark Carney's going to add $500 billion in under a year. How does that make any sense to anybody? I thought $750 billion with Trudeau was abysmal because we have nothing to show for it. This motherfucker's going to do $500 billion right out of the gate. It's $1.25 trillion added to the national debt in 10, 11 years in a country of 44 million people. These people are making your great, great, great grandchildren broke. And the Liberals are voting for it because they don't care. They don't care. If we actually ran like a real country and stopped printing money, nobody would be liberal anymore because they can't do anything. There'd be no money for them to do anything. They print money and they give people benefits and everybody else pays for it. I haven't checked out Instagram for a second. I'm just going. Milo is ruthless and doesn't care about feelings. That's right, Terry. Paula, you're actually correct. Any advice for talking to friends, family who have same values, beliefs, but think you're too loud for standing up because they're the type to bend over and accept everything? Crystal, I don't know if you're still here, but you know what you do? You just go and do it. You do not need permission from your friends or your family to stand up and do what you do and stand up for what you believe in. I promise you. Do you think I went to my parents and said, hey, Mom and Dad, I'm going to be this online personality who talks shit about the government because I'm a staunch conservative and I don't like what they're doing to this country? No, I just did it. I didn't even tell them what I was doing. And then they saw my videos. They're like, hey, I didn't realize you were doing this. My dad even told me, he's like, I don't agree with it. I was like, that's cool. It's a good thing I'm a 40-year-old man. You're allowed to have your opinion. I'm going to keep drinking my soda here. I said, Dad, I don't make my videos for you. He respected it. You mentioned Chrystia Freeland quitting. What are your thoughts on her becoming the envoy for Ukraine? What better person to be on the envoy for Ukraine than the most corrupt politician in this country, next to Mark Carney? Right? Most corrupt country in the world is Ukraine. Put Chrystia Freeland in there. Should be right in their wheelhouse. William, I just want to say I appreciate all you do and much respect. Thanks, William. Appreciate that. Oh, this is a good one. Michelle, there are $1 million houses built here in Trenton, Ontario that have been sitting empty. I believe it. I highly believe that. Oh, yeah. Yes. So, like I said, guys, I'm out of town. I'm working during the day. So, content is kind of slowed down a little bit. I'm trying to get out a video every single morning for you guys and then one in the evening, doing my best, doing what I can, but we still have bills to pay, right? Unfortunately, I can't be a content creator full time. I wish I could. I think one day maybe we will be. But at the end of the day, I still have a company that I have to run and a company that I have to keep doing work for because that's what we do. But I appreciate each and every one of you. Now, we do require support on the channel always. That's why you guys always show me, or I show you showing off my gear. Unapologetically conservative gear. You got your elbows down, ass up gear. You have stand on guard for the gear. It all can be found at BertaProudDad.com. We appreciate the support. It's a real clothing line. It's not a merch store. It's a clothing line. We have great, great designs on high quality product. Wear your opinion on your sleeve. We're not making it on a Cricut in a basement. This is professionally made clothing right here in Canada. Go grab it. Wear your opinion on your sleeve. I appreciate each and every one of you. BertaProudDad.com. Thank you for everybody who supported me. We have a full-time person on staff now that can ship. We're fucking pumped. We're ecstatic. We are going to make this a movement. This is going to be recognizable all across the country if I have my way. I just need conservatives to get involved, start wearing it, get it out there, and show them you're not sitting down. Appreciate you guys. Head on over to my website. We'll chat to you later. Have a great night.